Alright, let me get a quick little sound check going here. See what's up. Once it registers that I'm live, there we go. Yep, audio's working. Cool. Good morning, everyone. Assuming it's morning where you live. It's morning where I live. And I have decided to start my morning and my afternoon and early evening playing Bastion in one shot, hopefully. I'm going to attempt it. It should be possible, totally possible to do, unless something comes up that's an emergency or something. But I don't foresee that happening. I think we're going to be able to do it. So I am going to have to restart the game because I have files already, because I've made it almost to the end of the game on here already before. But I never finished the game on stream. I've tried like 3 times and I've never finished it on stream. So, and I've always started from the beginning. So hopefully this will be different from those times. Hopefully I will finish it all in one shot and not fuck it up. Yeah, so just give me one quick second to set up my chat and stuff. And then I will be good to go. Okay. Let me just take a sip of Gatorade real quick, and then we'll jump into this. Alright, so we are officially going to continue my little mini-series of games that are visually top-notch and have amazing soundtracks, and just games that you can just enjoy and chill and play. Journey was the first one that came to mind, so I did that the other night, and Bastion was a close second. The narration in this game is just next level. The music is fantastic. The world building is great. It's just a very unique game. So let's jump into it.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
He did get a piece. Got a piece of my ass. I am one of those people that smash
Kid
almost
just rages
everything.
for a while.
I love it because the narrator will talk about it a little bit.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Okay.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
Okay.
A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Let me just check this out real
He
quick.
sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid
yes.
finds his trusty shield.
Apples.
Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas, fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Okay.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
Okay.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
I'm not even gonna use my bow. I mean, I'm gonna, but this is fucking himself over, so come on. Go ahead. Just, there we go.
The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Just make sure I have... Yep, I'm full. I guess I didn't have to check. I could have easily just seen that there's three of them up in the corner.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
Yep. Let me visit both of these
One
places.
sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
We'll stick with Whirlwind for now.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. Ferry barge sends the kid on his way. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling. The Bastion's real close now. Kid takes a chunk of alloy, smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Bad time to run out of black tonic. Kid puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running.
Fuck yeah, I keep running.
At last, the Skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build.
Arsenal.
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. A repeater goes with a hammer better than a box of nails. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his. Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. With a good length of miscut, that bow's like new again. Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again. He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Shame old Gershel can't float like when he was a young fella. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back.
Okay.
No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. guys fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd.
Shit. That's cool. Guess I'll go fuck myself.
Now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
I don't have enough. Hello, little Bobby.
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out. Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Fragments of the old world rain in the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for me. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But Calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core?
Come on. There we go.
Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. Know they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. He's wise to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Ain't always much to say. The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light. no place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They trained themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes. A decent trapper is
fucking tough.
Empty-handed.
This is fucking tough. Okay. I have to go back to that later and try again.
To think a rickety like the Shingle survived, and so little else did. In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stabweeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
It's a good question.
Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipping of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. Moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while. The Bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely. Can't be too careful these days. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply. Where whiskey has no scent, but tastes like a peppered boot heel, it's not for everyone. The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that the expensive smoking lamp?
These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. Gets a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy the bird boy didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia.
Hi, how are you?
He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time. The cores, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
I'm also tired. Honestly, I would have gone back to bed, but I had already committed to doing this. So I should be at it for another 5 or 6 hours. That's okay though. Once I wake up and find my footing, it won't be too bad.
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Well, look what we have here.
Guess I'll close my eyes because I don't know which one to pick. So we'll go stop. Lost and found.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep. All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new. Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city. No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right?
I'm gonna mute up real quick and drink some energy drinks so I can come alive. Hold on. Okay. Which way do I go?
Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the Orchard Core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods, or tell them off?
No.
Kid don't need favors from the likes of Pip. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved. Things might have gone worse if Kid tampered with that shrine. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. Now we can build a shrine of our own. So I
Enjoy your lunch.
Alternatives in mind.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick, couple minute break. And then I'm gonna hit the restroom and figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm getting chicken broccoli Alfredo, and I'll have plenty of leftovers if you want some when I get home. Fantastic, thank you. Alright, I'll be right back. All right. So I just had to order some lunch. It's gonna be here in like the next 20 minutes or so. So this is still gonna be a one shot, but I don't want to make people wait while I'm eating and like just watch me eat on stream or whatever. So I am gonna finish this game today, but I am gonna break it into 2 streams. So I'm gonna end it here, wait for the food to show up, because I'm not gonna hear them if I have these on and I'm playing a game. So I'm gonna wait for the food to show up. I'm gonna eat, then I'll be back probably around 12:30 to continue this, and we're gonna go all night until it's done. All right. So thank you. I will check you in part 2 of the Bastion 1-day stream. I can't call it a one shot because it's not one shot anymore, but we'll call it 1-day stream. All right. Thanks, guys.